Yes, we are live. Welcome, my dear friends, to another beautiful episode of Zero Point Healing Show. And this is episode number 13, and we are going to discuss about the famous topic of all, fear, and transforming our fears and how to manifest our goals. And especially at this time on earth, when fear is the major emotion that most of human beings on earth are experiencing, it's my absolute privilege to have Connie on my show today, who's going to discuss about how we can overcome our fears. And fear is the lowest emotion that we can be in, and every single one of us have this in our energies. That's what we are made up of. And it's all about removing these fears and overcoming, stepping into our true power and gaining the courage to face the fear. And that's what this whole show is going to be about. So before we get started, I'm Vishnupriya. I'm a Theta healer myself, and I'm also certified in many different modalities. And it's my absolute pleasure to put together this platform of Zero Point Healing, where I'm bringing together healers and therapists from all over the world, and to show their power and their magic, their spiritual gifts that they have got through the world through the show. So with that being said, if you are a healer or a therapist yourself, I welcome you to Zero Point Healing. Please do register. And if you're interested in doing such an interview with me, just contact me. All right, now moving on to Connie. Welcome, Connie, to my show, and thank you so much. It's my pleasure having you with us today. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became a Theta healer.
Hello, hi everyone. Actually, I've been practicing theta healing for around 7 years, and actually, I started with the study of Chinese medicine in China, and then I moved to India to study Ayurveda, and actually I started giving treatment to lots of people. Some way I started my my spiritual path, but I felt I was not complete because I had lots of questions but no answers. And I received a theta healing session from my friend, and since then I immediately felt that actually this modality belonged to me as well. So I literally bumped into theta healing, and I started this amazing journey. So this is why I practice theta healing. Actually, theta healing gave me and still gives me every day all the tools to overcome all the fears that were completely holding me back from achieving all my life goals, and how to release all the shock and traumas that were completely compromising my present. And especially I had lots of fears, but actually this is very big topic, and for me fear is one of the biggest key of my work in theta, because one of my biggest fear was the fear of speaking the truth, which is not just the fear of speaking the truth, but was also the fear of speaking, which it seems the same, but it's not. At least in my case, was not the same. Also, the fear of expressing my essence, the fear of expressing my self. And actually, the thing is that with the healing, I come to know that each of these fear was related to different shock and traumas, different bottom beliefs and issues from my genetic level, from my soul level. So before coming to this life, like I had lots of agreements, obligations before coming to this life. also my co-believers, my co-levels. So actually, since my birth, so lots of shock and traumas that happened during this life. So, and I had lots of problems and lots of shock and traumas that were completely compromising my presence. And so I discovered why I was not meeting the right people, why I was meeting the wrong people all the time, why I was not meeting my soulmates. So theta healing, actually I got all the tools to manifest the life I desire, all the things that I need. And also there is one very important point, that since I started with theta healing, actually I discovered the synchronicity. I mean, I always get the right things, things that I need exactly when I need it. So this is just amazing. And so I discovered how to replace, how to reprogram my beliefs every time. Actually, how, because actually I can use different kind of techniques to reprogram, to find my bottom issue and replace it with empowering ones. So that's amazing.
Wow, that is amazing. In fact, that every one of us have this kind of story where such healing modalities are actually entering into our lives that helped us overcome our own problems and fears. And yes, theta healing has that power. Just doing one session transforms, overcomes all of those major fears that we will have. Because with theta healing, what I've found is it goes right into the root of all, rather than at the top where the fear exists. It's about going deeper into our subconscious, seeing that root cause of where this fear actually initiated. It can be from our mother's womb, for example, or it can go even behind that. It can come from our genetic level. It can come from our father and mother, where we have duplicated those fears, and it just happens as a pattern. It repeats over and over again. So can you tell us a little bit about how a theta healing session with you would look like? What would be the structure of it?
Well, first of all, I give my client a short consultation to know which issues to work on and which goals they want to achieve. And then during the session, my client should be sitting relaxed, sitting on the couch or on a chair with eyes closed, because actually these allow to go to the theta states and allow me to work through the subconscious mind, because actually we know that the subconscious is where all our beliefs are stored. And so I can use a different range of techniques to dig out, I mean, to find what the bottom's issues are to be released. When I talk about bottom issues, could be shock and traumas, could be beliefs, many things. So to be released and to be replaced with new ones, with empowering ones. Yes, so this is how a session works.
Yes, it's about getting into our subconscious and bringing up all of those negative beliefs that we have got, and then overcoming that and replacing it. And I love the way how theta healing works so quickly. It's like a 1 hour session. We can download so many positive beliefs and remove a full stack of limiting beliefs that might be hindering us by having and holding on to this fear. So tell us, how do you do online sessions, and how can
Yes, well, I do both in person and online. In this last period, I'm giving more online sessions.
okay, that's nice. Yes, because yes, online sessions, people can contact you from any part of the world, and that's one fantastic ability with Theta Healing. It absolutely works miracles wherever you are in the world. So tell us how, going back to the topic, the fear. So you might have had experiences where you're working with other clients, overcoming their fears. So what are the different types of fear that you have done through your sessions, and what kind of beliefs, new positive beliefs, have helped them?
Well, actually, yeah, there are many fears. One fear is the fear of allowing the power to flourish, allow to flourish themselves, um, or even the fear of being good enough. The fear, because actually the fear of let the power flourish sometimes has also many different fears which could be behind this fear.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, it could be also yeah, lots of people, the fear of being seen, the fear of being heard.
Yes, as well as I have seen a lot of people going through the fear of unknown, the fear of losing their life, the fear of death. I think that is what is prevailing on earth at this time, and there's this collective fear of life, fear of death, fear of the unknown. What happens if I lose my life? And how do you think theta healing is actually helping? Let's talk about the fear of death, especially with this kind of virus on earth at this time. So with my sessions, what I found is, for example, I had fear of snake, which went down back to, fear of death, fear of life, fear of the unknown, what happens after the death. Because we have so many beliefs that there is a punishing God up there who's gonna punish you when after you die. We do not know what's going to happen next, and there's this fear of, oh, what happens if I die? What happens after that? Am I going to be punished for not completing the work, not doing my sole purpose? So tell us a little bit about your experience on that fear of death and what happens after death.
Yeah. Well, actually, I remember that in the past I had this fear, and actually, my fear of death was related to actually some shock and traumas that I experienced when I was a child. I was very little, was maybe 3 years old, and actually this was related to something that happened to me. Actually, I was playing just in front of a big lamp. And this lamp um, exploded, and it was like a bomb. So, and my mother said that I had been shocked for 3 days. So since then, I had this fear, but when I was a child, it was not very clear that I was this fear, but actually this fear, actually I realized that the presence of this fear when I was around 20 years old, and in many different occasions. So when I started doing the healing, I discovered that this fear was related to that thing that happened to me when I was a child. It was actually because actually my fear of death was not just death. It was the fear of being stuck in the specific moment where I had that trauma. My fear was to be stuck forever in that trauma. So yes,
Yes,
and
yeah, in my case as well, when I was doing this theta healing session for the fear of snake, so it was like, as I said, it went down to, with theta healing, what we do is we go down step by step, going inside of all the limiting beliefs that is stacked up. So it was like fear of snake, going down to, why do I have it? Because I'm fear of death. okay, why do I have it? Because of the unknown, what's going to happen after death. But then at the later part of the session, I was able to understand that this huge after death, we are just going back home, and the home itself is full of unconditional love, and the creator who's not judging you, who never punishes, the creator itself is of unconditional love. So then we downloaded with, I know how it feels like to be in that unconditional love, and downloading that unconditional love helped me realize there's nothing to fear about death. There's nothing to fear about losing life. Because if we lose life, we are just going back home, and the home only has unconditional love. So how does that, get even better than that? You're just going back to love. That's fantastic. So it's time. Let's get started with our healing session. So we are going to have a lot more time for us to focus on healing. And Connie has amazing set of healing that she is going to give us in the show today. So let's get started, the exciting stuff.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to say something. Actually, one of the best thing of my job, of this sphere, was the teaching, because one of my teachings was to, because I didn't have a definition of let it go. So one of the things I learned was to let it go. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so be comfortable as you like, and relaxed. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Another big deep breath. Inhale. Again. Okay. Imagine the energy coming from the Mother Earth to the bottom of your feet and coming up through your legs, through your hips, through your tummy, your chest, your neck, your head, in a beautiful ball of light, beautiful ball of pearly white light. So now you are inside this beautiful ball of light, and keep going up, up through the skies, through the skies, through the galaxies, through the solar systems. You can see lots of white lights, black lights, beautiful lights, colorful lights, and go through your jelly substance where all the color of the rainbows are. You can see everything is blue, just going up through this pink light. Keep going up through the window of light and jump into this light. Now you are in this light. Everything is white, pearly light. You can witness the unconditional love from the Creator of all the is through all the cells of your body, all the areas of your life for your highest and the best way. You can see all your 7 chakras open wide, beautiful colors. Now you can see in front of you a beautiful ball of lights, the most beautiful, colorful lights you have ever seen. This ball of light is just in front of you and is going to show you something. This ball of light is showing you your biggest fear that you have now. Look at your fear. You know this fear. Maybe it is an old fear. Maybe it is a new fear. Look at your fear with compassion, with kindness. What does it serve you? What is this fear serving you? What is the good virtue that you're learning from this fear? So the creator of all that is going to wash and clean the virtues that you are learning and reset them into definitions from the creator of all that is and mark them as complete. This ball of light is releasing this fear. And you can witness this fear going and uncreating through the light. Now this ball of light is full of beautiful white early light, and it's going to show you the most beautiful thing or desire that you would like to replace the fear. This ball of light is showing you the most beautiful desire, the most beautiful thing you want to manifest now. Look at your desire inside this ball of light like a movie. Now, this ball of light is moving a bit above your head and start coming inside you through your head. And you can feel it's very warm, it's very gentle. It's very gentle, it's very kind. So it's coming through your head, spreading through your neck, through your arms, through your chest, through your tummy, your hips, your legs, your feet. Everything around you is just beautiful light, pearly white light. And you can also feel and see the warm golden light, pink light. Would you like the creator of all of these to teach you that you know how to live your life with joy, without fear? You deserve to live your life with joy unconditionally. All the cells of your body are just full of unconditional love. Would you like the creator of all that is to teach you that you love yourself? The creator of all that is going to give you unconditional love for all the cells of your body, in all areas of your life, for your highest and the best way. And I know how it feels like to live my daily life with joy, and it's safe to feel joy. Take a deep breath. I know where to, when to achieve my life goals. I am allowed to achieve my desires. I am allowed to be spark of light. It's safe for me to expand my light. I am allowed to let my power flourish. And it's safe to. I know how to have time for myself. I am where time comes from. It's safe to take time for myself. I know that Creator's definition of beauty. I'm beautiful. I am allowed, and it's safe to be beautiful through the Creator of the is for my highest and the best way. Take a deep breath. Feel the light around you. Okay, now jump into the ball of light and start coming down, down through the skies, the solar system, through the galaxies, until your head, and feel the energy from your head coming down through your face, your neck, your arms, your chest, your tummy, your hips, your legs, until the feet, back to the Mother Earth. And your energy coming to your head. You can take a deep breath again. You can open your eyes when you're ready.
Wow, it felt like a full session for me. Felt like a full session, and I loved the way you had the energy ball where you see your greatest fear, and this session itself is gonna transform a lot of fear, you know. And feel free, my dear friends who are watching this, feel free to do this over and over again. Maybe you can set it for 10 days, 15 days, because the more you do it, the more fear starts releasing out, and the more you are in that unconditional love, that's when all the magic happens. That's going into you and removing all of these fears. Wow, that was an amazing session. It was really feeling to me like a wonderful session.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love the way how you made the fear come up and then dissolving it and then downloading it with unconditional love. I loved your downloads as well. It was fantastic. Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. I don't know what to talk. Okay, so we are gonna have Connie's link right below in the comment box, and you can book a session with her. She is amazing. She has so much experience, and you have seen her gift. Thank you so much for giving us this gift. This itself is amazing, but imagine when you do a full session with her, whatever type of fears that you have, please do understand that it is easy to get rid of these fears, to overcome this fear, and to stay in this peaceful, calm, unconditional love. That's what we are. We all are truly. It's just we going back to our true self. That was amazing. And as a special discount, we also have a 10% off on your first booking with Connie, and the coupon code is 0 point. You can let her know and she'll be happy to give you that discount as well. Wonderful. Any final words, Connie?
Thank you.
That was
Okay.
an amazing session. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my dear friends, I'll see you in the next show. Hope you really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend you do it over and over again if fear is something that is holding you back in your life. Thank you so much. I'll meet you all in the next show. Bye-bye. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
for
much.
inviting me. Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.